Architecture is more than buildings. It is the physical expression of imagination, culture, and human ambition. Around the world, visionary designers have created structures so unusual that they challenge everything we think we know about form and function. In this exploration of unique and extraordinary architecture, we journey to places where concrete and steel become works of art. Our first stop is the King Abdulaziz Center for World Culture in Saudi Arabia, a futuristic complex shaped like giant shining stones. Its smooth metallic surfaces and massive digital projection screens transform the building into a living canvas of light and motion. Next, we travel to Singapore to see The Interlace, a bold residential masterpiece made of stacked apartment blocks arranged at strange, gravity-defying angles, as if the entire structure is playfully balancing in mid-air. Finally, in China, the Chongqing Grand Theater dazzles visitors with spectacular nighttime light shows, projecting waves of color across the skyline and turning the building into a glowing symbol of modern creativity. These remarkable landmarks prove that architecture can be daring, emotional, and even magical. Prepare to discover how bold ideas reshape skylines and redefine what a building can truly be. King Abdulaziz Center for World Culture. Rising from the desert of Dhahran, the King Abdulaziz Center for World Culture was completed in the year 2016 after nearly 8 years of bold construction. The project required an investment of about $700 million and brought together more than 5,000 engineers, designers, and skilled workers. Covering close to 1 million square feet, the structure resembles a cluster of smooth metallic stones emerging from the sand. Builders struggled with extreme heat, shifting ground, and complex engineering demands. On many evenings, giant outdoor screens light up the site with spectacular presentations, drawing thousands of fascinated visitors from across Saudi Arabia and the world. The Interlace. In the heart of Singapore stands The Interlace, one of the most unconventional residential projects in the world. Completed in the year 2013, the development covers more than 8 acres and consists of 31 apartment blocks, each 6 stories tall. Instead of rising as a single vertical tower, the buildings are stacked horizontally in a hexagonal pattern, creating open courtyards and sky gardens between them. From above, the structure resembles a giant geometric puzzle, carefully laid across the landscape. Designed to house over 1,000 families, the project reimagined high-density living by prioritizing shared green space. Engineers faced complex structural challenges, ensuring that each block could safely support the weight of others placed across it. Today, the interlace stands as a bold example of how architecture can reshape urban life, while blending density with community-focused design. Morning Glory Spillway. Deep within California's Napa Valley stands the Morning Glory Spillway, a dramatic engineering structure completed in the year 1957 as part of Monticello Dam. Designed to control rising floodwaters, this circular concrete funnel measures about 72 feet across at its rim and drops nearly 200 feet into a vertical shaft below. When Lake Berryessa reaches capacity, water pours into the opening like a giant whirlpool, preventing overflow and protecting nearby communities. Engineers faced major geological challenges, securing the structure into solid bedrock to withstand enormous hydraulic pressure. During operation, strict safety zones are enforced, as the powerful currents can pull objects inward with extreme force. Today, the spillway remains both a vital flood control system and a striking example of precision civil engineering. Chernobyl nuclear power plant. In northern Ukraine, near the border of Belarus, the Chernobyl nuclear power plant was constructed in the 1970s as part of the Soviet Union's ambitious energy program. At its peak, the facility operated 4 RBMK reactors, capable of producing nearly 4,000 megawatts of electricity, enough to power millions of homes. But in April of 1986, a late-night safety test triggered a catastrophic explosion in reactor number 4. Design flaws, combined with operator error, released massive amounts of radioactive material into the atmosphere. A 30-kilometer exclusion zone was quickly established, forcing more than 100,000 residents to evacuate. Today, the abandoned city of Pripyat stands silent, its apartment blocks and amusement park slowly decaying. A massive steel containment structure, completed in 2016, now covers the damaged reactor to reduce further risk. Strict safety regulations govern every visit, as radiation levels still vary across the site, making Chernobyl both a haunting ruin and a powerful lesson in engineering responsibility. Chongqing Grand Theatre. On the banks of the Yangtze River in southwest China stands the Chongqing Grand Theatre, a striking cultural landmark completed in the year 2009. Designed by a German architectural firm, the structure covers more than 100,000 square meters and contains two main performance halls with a combined seating capacity of nearly 2,600 people. Its bold exterior is shaped like a crystalline sail, wrapped in glass and steel panels that reflect the skyline by day. Engineers faced major challenges stabilizing the foundation along the river's shifting soil and ensuring acoustic precision inside the vast interior. From above, the theatre appears like a faceted gem rising from the waterfront. At night, powerful LED systems illuminate the glass shell, projecting beams of light into the sky and transforming the building into a glowing beacon. Today, it serves as a central stage for opera, symphony, and international performances, symbolizing Chongqing's rapid urban and cultural growth. Stretching across the River Thames in East London, the Thames Barrier is one of the largest movable flood defences on Earth. Completed in the year 1982, after nearly 8 years of construction, the project was built to protect more than 125 square kilometres of central London from tidal surges. The barrier spans about 1,700 feet and consists of 10 massive steel gates, each rising as high as a 5-story building. Engineers faced complex tidal calculations, unstable riverbed conditions, and the challenge of designing gates strong enough to resist North Sea storm surges. When activated, the hollow steel sectors rotate upward, forming a solid wall against advancing water. Since opening, the barrier has been closed over 200 times, safeguarding millions of residents and billions of dollars in infrastructure, standing as a powerful example of large-scale environmental engineering. The Dancing House. In the heart of Prague, overlooking the Vltava River, the dancing house was completed in the year 1996 as a bold symbol of post-communist transformation. Designed by architects Vlado Milunic and Frank Gehry, the building rises 9 stories and occupies a compact urban corner once damaged during World War II. Its curving glass tower leans against a rigid concrete structure, creating the illusion of a couple dancing, often nicknamed Fred and Ginger. Engineers faced tight site constraints and the challenge of blending a radical modern form into a historic 19th century streetscape. Inside, the structure houses modern offices, a gallery, and a rooftop restaurant with panoramic city views. Advanced glass facades improve natural lighting and energy efficiency, while reinforced concrete cores provide stability. Today, it stands as one of Prague's most recognizable contemporary landmarks. Bosco Verticale. Rising above Milan's Porta Nuova district, Bosco Verticale, meaning vertical forest, redefines the modern skyscraper. Completed in the year 2014, the twin residential towers stand approximately 360 and 250 feet tall. What makes them extraordinary is not height, but life. More than 900 trees and over 20,000 shrubs and plants grow from reinforced concrete balconies. Together, the vegetation equals nearly 5 acres of forest concentrated in vertical form. Engineers faced complex structural calculations, ensuring each terrace could support the added weight of soil, irrigation systems, and mature trees exposed to strong alpine winds. Botanists carefully selected species suited to high-altitude urban conditions. The project was designed to combat air pollution, absorb carbon dioxide, and reduce heat through natural shading. From a distance, the towers resemble living cliffs of greenery, proving architecture can function as both habitat and high-rise housing. Veluwe Aqueduct. In the central Netherlands, the Veluwe Aqueduct quietly solves a remarkable engineering puzzle. Completed in the year 2002 near the town of Harderwijk, this structure allows boats to pass above a roadway rather than forcing traffic to stop for a drawbridge. The aqueduct carries about 10 feet of water across a span roughly 80 feet long, while vehicles travel beneath through a concrete underpass. Engineers had to stabilize the structure in soft polder soil reclaimed from the sea, carefully managing groundwater pressure and weight distribution. Designed to handle thousands of cars daily and steady recreational boat traffic, the project improves safety and efficiency in a region shaped by water control. From above, it appears as a seamless ribbon of water cutting across land, a subtle yet striking example of Dutch hydraulic innovation. Aldar Headquarters. Rising along the waterfront of Al Raha Beach in Abu Dhabi, the Aldar headquarters reimagines the modern skyscraper as a perfect circle. Completed in the year 2010, the building stands about 360 feet tall and spans roughly 360 feet in diameter. It is the first circular skyscraper of its kind in the Middle East, constructed with a steel diagrid frame and more than 6,000 glass panels. The structure balances aesthetic ambition with structural efficiency. Engineers designed the curved facade to withstand intense desert heat and coastal winds from the Arabian Gulf. Inside, it functions as a corporate headquarters, housing advanced office systems and panoramic views. From a distance, the building resembles a giant coin standing upright against the skyline, a bold symbol of contemporary Emirati design and engineering innovation. Gateway Arch. On the western bank of the Mississippi River, the Gateway Arch defines the skyline of St. Louis. Completed in the year 1965, the monument rises 630 feet, making it the tallest man-made monument in the United States. Designed as a stainless steel catenary curve, its two legs span 630 feet at the base, forming a perfect geometric arc. Built to commemorate America's westward expansion, the project required more than 900 tons of steel and precise engineering to align the legs within fractions of an inch. Inside, a unique tram system carries visitors to an observation deck at the top. From a distance, the arch appears as a gleaming ribbon against the sky, symbolizing exploration, ambition, and structural elegance. Zhuhai Grand Theatre. Rising from Yeli Island in the coastal city of Zhuhai, the Zhuhai Grand Theatre appears like two luminous seashells resting beside the South China Sea. Completed in the year 2017, it is China's first opera house built on an island. The larger shell reaches about 300 feet in height, while its smaller companion stands just over 200 feet tall. Together, they contain a main hall, seating more than 1,500 guests, and a smaller theater for intimate performances. Engineers faced the challenge of constructing deep foundations in soft marine soil while protecting surrounding tidal ecosystems. The steel rib structure supports thousands of triangular panels that form the curved facade, designed to resist typhoon-force winds. From above, the complex resembles twin shells opening toward the ocean, symbolizing culture emerging from nature. Yusufeli Dam. Carved into the steep valley of northeastern Turkey, the Yusufeli Dam rises along the True River as one of the tallest dams on Earth. Completed in the year 2023, this double-curvature concrete arch dam towers about 910 feet above its foundation, nearly as tall as a 90-story skyscraper. Built within a narrow, rugged canyon, prone to landslides and seismic activity, the project demanded extraordinary geological surveys and precision blasting. More than 4 million cubic yards of concrete were poured, supported by thousands of workers over nearly a decade of construction. The dam's reservoir stretches roughly 21 miles upstream, reshaping the mountainous landscape and even requiring the relocation of the historic town of Yusufeli. Designed to generate around 1,800 megawatts of hydroelectric power, it supplies clean energy to millions while harnessing the immense force of the Choru River. From above, the structure appears like a colossal crescent pressed against the canyon walls, transforming raw terrain into engineered power. Palm Jumeirah and the World Islands. Off the coast of Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, Palm Jumeirah and the World Islands stand as vast experiments in engineered geography. Construction on Palm Jumeirah began in the year 2001, using more than 3 billion cubic feet of sand dredged from the Persian Gulf and reinforced with nearly 7 million tons of rock. Shaped like a palm tree with a 17-frond crown and an 11-mile crescent breakwater, it added roughly 78 miles of new shoreline. At its peak, Over 40,000 workers contributed to the project, backed by billions of dollars in investment. Farther offshore, the world islands form an artificial archipelago of about 300 islands, arranged to resemble a world map, covering nearly 23 square miles. Built on shallow seabed with precise GPS positioning, engineers battled shifting currents and soil compaction challenges. Together, these developments transformed open water into luxury residences, resorts, and tourism landmarks, monuments to ambition rising from reclaimed sea. Louvre, Abu Dhabi. On Saadiyat Island in Abu Dhabi, the Louvre, Abu Dhabi rises where desert meets the Arabian Gulf. Opened in the year 2017, the museum was designed by French architect Jean Nouvel as a city of light beneath a vast silver dome nearly 590 feet in diameter. The dome, weighing about 7,500 tons, is formed from 8 layered lattices that filter sunlight into what engineers call a rain of light. Built on reclaimed land, the complex required deep marine foundations to withstand tidal forces and heat exceeding 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Covering roughly 260,000 square feet, the museum displays hundreds of artworks spanning thousands of years, from ancient sculptures to modern masterpieces. Visitors move through white cubic galleries connected by shaded walkways, experiencing both art and architecture as a unified journey across civilizations. Elbphilharmonie. Rising above the Elbe River in Hamburg, Germany, the Elbphilharmonie stands where a historic brick warehouse once stored cocoa and tea. Construction began in the year 2007. And the concert hall officially opened in 2017 after nearly a decade of complex engineering and redesign. Built atop the former Kaispeicher A warehouse, the structure combines a solid red brick base with a shimmering glass crown that climbs to about 360 feet. The wave-shaped roofline mirrors the movement of the river below, while more than 1,000 curved glass panels reflect sky and harbor light. Inside, the Grand Hall seats roughly 2,100 listeners in a vineyard-style arrangement, placing the audience around the stage for acoustic precision. Engineers installed about 10,000 individually milled gypsum fiber panels to fine-tune sound reflection to fractions of a second. Constructed on soft riverbank soil, the building rests on deep piles driven into the ground, isolating the concert hall from vibrations caused by ships and traffic. Beyond music, the complex includes a public plaza 80 feet above ground, a hotel, and residential units, transforming an industrial dock into a cultural landmark. The Elbphilharmonie is not just a concert hall, but a sculptural symbol of Hamburg's maritime identity and modern ambition. La scène musicale. On Ile Seguin in the Seine, river near Paris, La scène musicale rose from a former Renault factory site and opened in the year 2017. Designed by Shigeru Ban and Jean de Gastines, the complex spans nearly 400,000 square feet. Its most striking feature is a glass and steel sphere housing a 1,150-seat auditorium wrapped in a solar sail fitted with almost 1,000 photovoltaic panels that track the sun. Built on reclaimed industrial ground, engineers reinforced riverbank foundations to support the structure. Shaped like a ship anchored to the island, La scène musicale transforms a once industrial landscape into a cultural beacon dedicated to music and sustainable design. In the icy wetlands of Harbin in northern China, the Harbin Grand Theatre rises like a snowdrift sculpted by wind. Opened in the year 2015 and designed by MAD architects, the complex spans nearly 800,000 square feet. Built on soft, riverbank terrain, prone to freezing winters below -20 degrees Fahrenheit, engineers reinforced deep foundations to stabilize the sweeping steel structure. Its flowing aluminum panels curve without sharp angles, blending into the surrounding marshland. Inside, a 1,500-seat main hall and a smaller 400-seat theater support the city's growing arts scene. The building's organic form reflects both the region's harsh climate and its ambition to become a cultural capital of northeastern Asia. Perched on a cliff above Guanabara Bay in Niterói, Brazil, the Niterói Contemporary Art Museum opened in the year 1996, designed by Oscar Niemeyer. Shaped like a flying saucer, rising nearly 50 feet above the ground, the circular structure measures about 100 feet in diameter. Built on a narrow rocky promontory, engineers anchored its central concrete column deep into bedrock to resist coastal winds. A spiraling red ramp leads visitors upward into a gallery of roughly 16,000 square feet, framing panoramic views of Rio de Janeiro. More than a museum, it is a sculptural landmark, celebrating Brazil's modernist vision. Jinmao Tower. Rising in Shanghai's Pudong district, the Jinmao Tower is a striking fusion of modern steel and ancient tradition. Completed in 1999, this 88-story skyscraper reaches over 1,300 feet, its tiered design echoing a Buddhist pagoda. Built to withstand typhoons and earthquakes, it required cutting-edge engineering and over 60,000 tons of steel, symbolizing China's leap into the global skyline. Grand Lisboa Hotel. Rising above Macau's skyline, the Grand Lisboa Hotel is more than a casino. It is an architectural statement. Opened in 2008, its lotus flower-inspired design stands over 800 feet tall with more than 47 floors. Built on reclaimed land, engineers face the challenge of securing stable foundations in soft soil. Its shimmering golden facade required thousands of glass panels, creating a symbol of modern engineering fused with cultural artistry. Venetian Macau. The Venetian Macau, opened in 2007, is the largest casino in the world and one of the biggest buildings on Earth. Covering over 10 million square feet, it mirrors Venice with canals, gondolas, and replicas of Italian landmarks. Built on reclaimed land in Macau's Cotai Strip, engineers had to stabilize soft soil to support the massive weight. Its 40-story tower and lavish interiors blend engineering, architecture, and spectacle into a true mega-project of modern entertainment. Bogushani Hydroelectric Power Station. The Boguchany Hydroelectric Power Station in Siberia is one of Russia's largest energy mega-projects. Built on the mighty Angara River, construction began in the 1980s, but stalled after the Soviet collapse, only to be revived decades later. Finally completed in 2012, it boasts 9 turbines producing over 3,000 megawatts of power. The dam itself stretches more than 2 miles long and rises nearly 130 feet. Engineers had to flood a vast area of taiga, relocating communities and dealing with permafrost challenges. Today, it stands as a symbol of endurance, harnessing Siberia's immense natural forces. Boden Reservoir. High in the Austrian Alps lies the Boden Reservoir, a hidden mega-project that marries extreme engineering with breathtaking scenery. Built in the 1950s at more than 6,000 feet above sea level, it required carving access roads and tunnels through unforgiving granite peaks. The dam itself rises over 300 feet, holding back nearly 80 million cubic meters of glacial meltwater. Workers faced avalanches, freezing temperatures, and sheer cliffs to complete it. Today, the Boden Reservoir not only generates hydroelectric power for Austria, but also serves as a living laboratory for climate science, as receding glaciers continue to reshape the landscape around this colossal man-made lake. St. Mary Axe. Rising above London's skyline, St. Mary Axe, better known as the Gherkin, is one of the most recognizable megastructures of modern architecture. Completed in 2004, it stands over 600 feet tall, with 41 floors spiraling upward in a sleek, bullet-like form. What makes it extraordinary is its pioneering energy efficiency. The building's unique double-glazed facade allows natural ventilation, reducing energy use by nearly half compared to conventional towers. Constructing it in the heart of London's dense financial district posed immense logistical challenges, from deep foundation work on soft clay soil to precision assembly of more than 7,000 glass panels. Today, the Gherkin is more than an icon of the city. It's a case study in sustainable engineering and bold architectural vision. Warsaw Tower. Rising in Warsaw, Poland, Warsaw Tower is the tallest building in the European Union, reaching over 310 meters. Completed in 2022, its sleek glass facade reflects a city once scarred by war, but now reborn through innovation. Built to endure harsh winters and strong winds, the tower integrates green technology and offers Europe's highest public rooftop terrace, symbolizing both resilience and ambition. Icon of the Seas. The Icon of the Seas is not just a cruise ship, it is a floating megacity. Launched in 2024, it is the largest passenger vessel ever built, stretching nearly 1,200 feet and weighing over 250,000 gross tons. Its construction was a scientific and engineering feat, requiring over 800 sections assembled like a giant puzzle. Challenges ranged from creating the world's first liquefied natural gas propulsion for a ship of this scale to designing water parks, theaters, and neighborhoods at sea. Housing over 7,000 guests, the vessel redefines what architecture, sustainability, and entertainment can achieve on the open ocean. Ping An Finance Center. Rising above Shenzhen's skyline, the Ping An Finance Center is the fourth tallest building on Earth, soaring over 1,960 feet. Completed in 2017, this steel and glass giant faced extraordinary engineering challenges. Its foundation alone required more than 100,000 cubic yards of concrete to anchor into the city's soft delta soils. Designed by Kohn Pedersen Fox, the tower's faceted form reduces wind resistance, crucial in a region prone to typhoons. Inside, it houses offices, luxury retail, and a sky-high observation deck with views stretching deep into Hong Kong. Beyond its vertical scale, the center has become a cultural stage, hosting massive drone light shows that illuminate the Pearl River Delta with patterns of art and technology, a 21st century landmark of ambition and innovation. Petronas Towers. Soaring above Kuala Lumpur, the Petronas Towers are not just icons of Malaysia, but symbols of engineering daring. Completed in the late 1990s, each tower rises more than 1,480 feet, making them the tallest twin structures on Earth. Built on one of the world's deepest foundations, engineers drilled over 100 concrete piles into soft limestone and shale, a massive challenge in geology and stability. Their steel and glass facade, inspired by Islamic geometric patterns, reflects both tradition and modernity. The famous Sky Bridge, suspended at the 41st and 42nd floors, links the towers and serves as a flexible brace against wind sway. At night, their illuminated spires transform the skyline into a spectacle of light, a mega-project where culture, science, and architecture meet at breathtaking scale. SoFi Stadium. In Inglewood, California, SoFi Stadium rises as one of the most ambitious sports mega-projects ever built. Opened in 2020, it cost over $5 billion, making it the most expensive stadium on Earth. Engineers had to excavate 100 feet below ground to avoid flight paths from LAX, creating unique design challenges. Its sweeping, translucent roof, made of lightweight ETFE panels, spans over 3 acres and can project images visible from the sky. With seating for over 70,000, expandable to 100,000, SoFi is not just a stadium, but a futuristic entertainment complex, redefining American sports architecture. Burj Khalifa. Rising from the desert of Dubai, the Burj Khalifa is the tallest building on Earth, soaring over 2,700 feet, with more than 160 stories. Its design, inspired by a desert flower, had to withstand fierce winds and extreme heat. Engineers poured nearly 430,000 cubic yards of concrete and used over 30,000 tons of steel. Built on shifting desert sands, its foundation plunges over 200 feet deep. More than just a skyscraper, it is a symbol of ambition, engineering mastery, and the power of human imagination. Rain vortex. At the heart of Singapore's Jewel Changi Airport lies the Rain Vortex, the world's tallest indoor waterfall. Cascading from a glass oculus at a height of over 130 feet, it transforms an airport hub into a futuristic oasis. Built within a dome spanning more than 200 feet, this marvel blends advanced engineering with biophilic design, channeling rainwater to create a spectacle while recycling it for cooling and irrigation. Constructing such a structure demanded precise geometry, balancing massive glass panels with steel support while integrating lush indoor forests. By day, it is a shimmering cascade. By night, it becomes a stage for dazzling light shows, redefining the boundary between architecture and nature.